Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'm just going to do a cool toned eye and lip look. I don't normally wear cool tones, so it's quite cool to do something different, and I do love the lip that I've used. But yeah, I'll just kind of talk you through sort of what I'm doing. So just concealing the eye. I'm just using the LA Girl Pro Concealer. I think it's like in the lightest shade, I think. I'm just going to blend that out. As you know, it's something that I always do. Is just like prep the eye first. I just find that the eyeshadows kind of just go on so much easier, and I think it just looks neater, I'd probably say. So yeah, just blending that out. And then I always set it as well, normally with a setting powder, just a translucent one. I'm just using the Laura Mercier one. And then the first shade that I'm going in with is actually from my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, and I am using, it's kind of a mixture actually of the Cashew Chew and the Peach Parline colour, which are kind of, the cashew one is kind of like a beigey colour, and the pecan parlin one is more like a light grey. So even though it doesn't look like it on camera at all, but yeah, I'm just kind of using that just as the first sort of transition shade, I suppose. And I'm going to keep the inner part of my eye sort of eyeshadow free. So I'm just kind of blending it into my crease and just on the outer part as well. So just blending that out. I also kind of mixed in as well from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. The Buon Fresco one. I've kind of used that as well, just because it's that little bit darker. So I think that's kind of what I was using there to just darken it up a little bit. So just gonna sort of go back and forth with that. Now that darker shade that I'm using, it is out of one of my Urban Decay sort of limited edition palettes, which I haven't got to hand at the minute. So I will make a note though of the colour from that eyeshadow palette. I'll make a note of the palette, and it is the only sort of dark grey in the palette, so you can't really sort of like miss it. And I'm just popping that just on the outer part of the eye. I'm just kind of like placing it there, just tapping it there, and then just kind of bringing it up into the crease. And then just blending back and forth. So I think just because I've gone with the darker lip, I didn't want the eyes to be really dark as well. So it's just a case of making it still look, you know, sort of obvious that it's there, I suppose, but just not too dark to the point where it sort of takes it away from the lip. I'm not much of a nude eye look kind of girl, so I do find myself, even when I say I'm gonna calm it down, I do find myself always going that little bit smoky. But it's just, you know, it's kind of what you like, I suppose, and what you're comfortable with. And then that colour that I am using on the inner part of the crease, of the eyelid, sorry, is the Pecan Parling colour again, and the Cashew Chew, just kind of mixed together. And just to shimmer it up a little bit, I'm using the Vermeer colour from the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, and then I'm just going back in to blend it all out. So you're not kind of doing like a cut crease with concealer or anything like that. You just kind of want to make that inner part sort of a little bit lighter, I suppose. And just adding that sort of shine just kind of makes it pop a little bit more. I do use my fingers a lot, I must say. I don't know, I think it's habit, and I just find it so much easier. And I've just popped that on the inner corner as well, just a little bit of highlight, and it is that same colour Vermeer, so that silvery frosty colour. Yep, the eye the eye pencil broke. It's not a pencil, it's one of the gel type ones. So yeah. But that one is actually, I can't remember the colour, but it is actually an Avon one. And it's like a sort of purpley colour, like a metallic-y purpley colour. But I can't remember the actual colour off the top of my head. So again, I will make a note of it. Just I didn't want sort of dark black eyeliner because again, I just think it's kind of making the eyes look a little bit too deep. So yeah, I did use that sort of purpley colour just to again make it look a little bit more cooler. And then on the bottom, I am using just the colour on its own actually from the Beverly Hills palette, the Beyond Fresco colour again. So I'm just popping that underneath just to smoke it out a little bit. I'm just going in with that again just to darken it up. And underneath the eye, I'm going in with that dark grey colour that I said from my Urban Decay palette. So I'm just kind of popping that just below the waterline just to deepen it up a little bit until I'm happy, I guess. But yeah, I always get the bits sort of like the bits from the eyeshadow like in my eye, which drives me insane. Yeah, that fallout's still in that eye. And then my trusty Bourjois felt liner. I always start from the inner corner just to kind of shape the inner part of the eye, I guess. And I'm not doing a wing or anything like that. It is just to kind of sit underneath the lashes so you don't see that sort of lash line, I suppose. So it's just to kind of give them a little bit more shape as well. Right, so I'm happy with that. So now we're just going to go in with the Soap and Glory Kohl Smoulder eyeliner. And again, I just kind of want that upper waterline to be a little bit deeper so you can't see where I'm going to put the lashes on. Don't want you to see sort of where they are or the strip of the lashes. And then I'm using my Thick and Fast Extensions Lashes by Soap and Glory. So just going to pop that on. I do have to really work at this because I just have no lashes whatsoever. I definitely was not blessed in that area. Just popping a little bit more of that darker shade there. I'm just going to do the lower lashes as well, just to make them look a little bit thicker, or as thick as I can. The colour lip as well that I'm using, as I didn't sort of mention it, is the, I had a mind blank there, it's the Gerard Cosmetics Gravity liquid lipstick, so I'm using that one. I have just popped like a lip topper over the top, which is just a Makeup Revolution one. I will put a note of that as well. Kind of very sort of unicorn-like, I suppose, and it just gives you that kind of purpley sort of shine, I suppose, but normally the gloss on its own is matte. But yeah, I just fancied sprucing it up a little bit. I'm just highlighting my brow bone with that same colour again, the Vermeer. Going on the inner corner as well, but that is the finished look. So yeah, hopefully you can recreate it, and subscribe if you're not already, and give me a thumbs up. Thanks guys.